Woo! Winona, what do we do here at the Wildcat Sanctuary in a variety of aspects? We don't give up. Welcome back to part 2 of our live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. We had a little bit of a hiccup when we started out our post, but we are not done yet, Miss Winona, because the Wildcat Sanctuary does not give up. So come on back, please file in, everyone. Let's get some type of a live post off here on this Wednesday. Continue talking wish list. Continue talking just cats and wherever you guys want the conversation to go. So hello, Winona. Yeah, she says, I give you chops, I'll offer moose. Anybody wants to come and join us, we'd love to have you. And like I said, we got to start out our live up in Wildcat Pines, a quick and valuable visit with some fun rescues. Got to see Luna enjoying herself, Bonnie and Clyde, but then whoop, there goes our connection. So we're running down here. We're going to hang out with some of the cats in Red Zone. This is the one, the only Tigress Winona. You might notice, her bobbed tail. I think that's one of the identifying traits of this rescued tiger here. Miss Winona, we didn't dock her tail. We would never do that to a tiger. Winona was rescued from a breeding facility that was breeding tigers and breeding lions and selling them for profit. And as you can imagine, this facility didn't have the greatest of standards when it came to the enclosure spaces that these cats were living in. And so Winona's tail was bitten by one of these lions, supposedly, and had to be surgically amputated. But it's always worth kind of rehashing why this tiger has a unique look. Why is there a tiger's tail? That tiger can't catch her tail because she doesn't even have one. But certainly a unique look for Winona. And I think it kind of underscores some of the safety measures we take along some of the shared walls of the habitats here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So nothing like that would happen here. But nonetheless, I think it gives you a unique look, Miss Winona. and I just love calling you our little bobtail tiger. Welcome back, everyone. Look, about 50 of you filing in here. Happy we got to get a live off here. This is our part 2. I guess when heading towards her barrel. As what else? Oh, she says, well, not before a few little rolls here, and then maybe I'll get to the barrel. Hello again, Lori Heath. Glad to have you. And before that darn live post froze up on me, I saw a comment of somebody mentioning that they had purchased some dish soap from the wish list. Thank you for that. I apologize that I can't identify you accurately, since that was in the last live post that I did. But, anybody mentioning that they've already picked up something off the wish list. I also mentioned, maybe you've shopped the wish list in the past and you'd like to just let us know that you're one of the people helping out in that weekly way. So this live post, we're looking to visit with some cats, looking to talk a little wish list. Hi again, Faith. That's right. I made it back. That internet was slapping me around up in Wildcat Pines. Diane T saying hi to Winona. And Deborah getting excited about seeing your sponsor girl, Winona. Oh, thank you for supporting her like that, Deborah. And I know you were a sponsor of Noah too, former sponsor, and yesterday was, one of those days that are never easy here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, but oh so meaningful and oh so important, where we get to honor and memorialize some of our late rescued residents, Noah, Bella, and Athena. So thank you guys for turning out yesterday and sharing your love with us and the staff, and sharing your love with Bella and Miss I was about to say Luna just because we started with that Bobcat, but with Miss Bella, Athena, and Noah. It's You know, I think we always say that those days are never easy, but they're just made, you know, that much more easier by that support system and the web that you create for us here on the ground at the sanctuary, and of course one another out in the digital space. Anna Batala, I'll be happy to switch places with you, saying hello from Portugal. That's so cool. Glad to have you with us on this live. Miss Rescued Tigress Winona taking a load off there. Admittedly, it is just a quiet day at the sanctuary. I've been, and a quiet day on a day when I think it'd be good cat weather. It's kind of overcast, as you can see. A little bit on the cooler side. We had some rain last night and this morning. And this is prime cat weather, but by gall, it's been a little quiet here. But hey, you all know that here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, our rescues have 24/7 access to not just the large outdoor spaces that we see here, but also their indoor bedrooms. So many of our rescues knowing, hey, I can do whatever the hey I want. I'm gonna go hang out in my indoor bedroom. I'm kind of hoping maybe I can find a Shazam out here somewhere, maybe even a Leo. Shazam always does a good job of kind of identifying himself from within his habit. But I don't think there's any grumbling to be had because he is enjoying himself in his indoor bedroom. Get more eyes on that wish list. Yes, and and I think a lot of people, kind of like giving and supporting in ways that suit them. Sometimes giving a $5 gift is meaningful, to certain individuals of, hey, here's this $5 bill, you go and do good with it. And we love that. And sometimes people really, maybe kind of identify with, hey, I want to see what I'm getting you and know that it's going to help in this specific way. So somebody mentioning like buying dish soap off of the wish list. That's an excellent, just, hey, this is exactly what it is. And this is exactly how it's going to help. So I think that's also a way to kind of look at the wish list and kind of think about the support that you offer and understanding that, hey, that's really something where, hey, next time you see maybe some cat treats on a live post, or maybe next time you see us applying some of the topical flea and tick preventative like Frontline, you can kind of look at yourself and give a good pat on the back and say, hey, that's the exact thing that I purchased, and that's the exact thing that's helping the cats right now. So that's a cool way to look at it. Well, when I said it's a little bit more mild temperature-wise, so perhaps it's not a good day, but it is still a good day to rest poolside. There we go. Thor, if he falls asleep anymore, he's going to drop his little snoot into the water there. Daria, I'm glad you're asking this question. How is sweet Alyssa? And I'm going to give an update now, and I'm sure Tammy will give a more thorough update tomorrow on her wrap-up, as well as Tammy's hoping to do her wrap-up featuring Mango, so we can expect to see her live on the Facebook this week too. But how is sweet Alyssa? And Tammy had mentioned on a former wrap-up that we had some concerns with Alyssa's gait and how she was walking, and how those concerns actually stemmed from an initial observation that Alyssa might have some type of hip issue, or we had just noticed some abnormalities in her gait upon rescue. And long and short, we were noticing that those symptoms had worsened and kind of were much more exaggerated. And so Alyssa had been separated from Leo, shifted over into her own indoor bedroom where we could kind of isolate her and make sure that she wasn't being hard on those hips by being too active. But Alyssa has been doing great in that indoor bedroom, and just this week she was given access to an outdoor shift where she can be a little bit more mobile. She can walk around. She has lots of soft grass to lay on. They can obviously shift her or clean her indoor bedroom and clean that shift with her being able to go back and forth. So Alyssa's doing well, Daria, and I appreciate you asking. And I just know that Tammy will be updating everyone too. And I'm getting distracted by this really cool, this is my photographer moment. Look at this 50-50 reflection of Thor Jr. on his pool here. It's really kind of a still day, so you can get a good reflection going, and that is just so cool. I think it is, at least. Thank you, says Daria. Of course. I know that, like so many of our rescues, we keep them on our minds, and so I appreciate you doing that. Just looking through a few more comments here as I have my cool little frame held on the camera here, or on Thor. Lenny Matthews, I'm afraid maybe you're responding to somebody else, but I don't understand the question you're asking. I apologize. Perhaps you could rephrase it. Look at that. Hey, Faith, you are reminiscing on some times you've helped out via our wish list and getting excited about a lion clock that you you gave to us off the wish list. And I hope you all smile and think of you when we check the time. Faith, I'm sure that's the case. But hey, thank you nonetheless. And kind of pointing back to what I was mentioning earlier, is that's that kind of sense of ownership that you get when you get to see the very item you're going to help. And hey, don't diminish it by saying, well, it's just dish soap or it's just cat treats. It all comes together to fit into a very, it's all a tile and a very detailed TWS tapestry, or mosaic, I think was the word I was looking for. Kendra Ditto, getting excited to hear that Miss Alyssa's doing better. I am too. And admittedly, Mr. Thor Jr., we are kind of sandwiched in between a couple of witness protection cats, so I think we're going to go and take a left and go and find maybe one more rescue to visit here. And I'm glad that we've been able to have a little bit more of a coherent part 2 of our live post, talking cats, talking wish lists, talking all things TWS. Reflect. It also makes me wish I had my big boy camera with me, Thor. What a great spot to take in a little bit of sun, I think, as the clouds are beginning to part here. You can see gray all behind me. Blue. All right, I gotta get out of here before something bad happens with this Wi-Fi here. Tanya, you purchased some for Breeze. Thank you for doing that. Quick little thank you as I get out the door. But hey everyone, thank you for tuning into this live post today. Thank you for supporting the cats by shopping our wish list. And hey, thank you for just making it another wonderful day of living wild at heart here at the Wildcat Sanctuary for so many. We will see you back here tomorrow on Thursday for Tammy's Wildcat Wrap.